Let's begin, boys.
In pursuit of world records, players will try and do whatever it takes to get an edge. This is especially true when you consider that games are
If
10,
BO5 looks
20,
more like
30,
BO1,
quite
this will be
potentially
sick.
70 plus hours long.
Your fucking character's bigger than the attack.
Today I'd like to present and discuss an exploit
Dude.
within Black Ops and Black Ops 2 Zombies that is only a few months old but has divided the community and stirred up quite a bit of debate. We'll be talking about what's
have
known
yet
as
to hear about
fast
this.
ray gun,
But look
or
at this
the
shit. Look at this
rapid-fire
shit.
exploit.
He whips out
Whether or
all
not
20
this is an
bullets
exploit that
in
will break
one go.
world records or
Look!
will allow us to set new standards.
Look
and
how
new
fast
heights
that shit
for
is.
world record. Let's first explain where rapid fire / the fast ray gun exploit comes from and what it is. I want to first thank Strat for helping me create this video and research it. I'm gonna link his
Like
channel
the
in the
fact that
description,
this is
as
gonna
well
be a
as some
thing
of the
is
videos that
fucking
he's already
crazy.
created
I'm
on this
very,
subject. I
very fucking
recommend you
excited
check
for
them
something
out.
like this to happen.
He's what I would say.
You'd
is
have
the
to play
leading
PC.
expert
That's the
on
only
this
problem, right?
exploit. So the fast ray
I don't
gun
think there's
or
a way
rapid
you
fire
can do it
exploit
on
was
console.
originally
I think it's
founded
impossible.
by Crafted Sam in January of 2020. So it's only of this
So
year
it's
that people
new?
started
Wow.
playing with it. It was discovered that
January
if you change
2020?
weapons, shoot and reload at the same time,
Change,
you can shoot
shoot,
incredibly
reload.
quickly.
Change,
It was
shoot,
fairly
reload.
basic and wasn't taken to its highest level. It could only be done with the use of scripts and macros,
I have volume at
so
the
it
highest,
wasn't
sorry.
very widespread. Now, around March of 2020 is when Stretz started to get involved. Stretz did his own research and wrote a couple rapid-fire scripts of his own, and he wanted to
How
see
is
if there
he
was a way
able to do this on Varrocked where he's like doing this shit? That's wild. And this is on BO1.
do it without using scripts. And what Stret discovered
Like,
was
what
that
is his ray
you can
gun, bro?
spam the mouse wheel for rapid inputs, which would then make
Oh.
rapid fire possible without the use
Bro!
of scripts. So if you change your key bindings to what you'll see on screen, then you can, as you
What
shoot,
the
spam the
fuck?
mouse wheel up and down and perform rapid fire.
That shit's insane.
So here's some
Thank you,
clips
Callie,
of
bro.
it in action. This is Stret's video where he shows rapid fire versus non-rapid fire.
Look how fast
You see,
he
it
goes
takes
to
him
the
roughly
fucking
7
M1
seconds to fire
Garand.
all the ray gun
And it
ammo
works on
that he
BO2.
has when shooting normally. But then when he uses rapid fire, he's able to go through all of his ray gun ammo in about 2 seconds. This means that when you're using these key bindings and spamming the wheel, you're shooting roughly 3.5 times faster. Although it should be
What?
stated that pulling this move off is kind of tough. I tried to do it myself and I
could
struggled to do
imagine.
it. It also takes a lot of practice, and I found it also difficult to aim while performing rapid fire.
Oh,
Another thing that
true.
Stret developed were some macro scripts that you can run using a program like AutoHotkey to perform rapid fire consistently.
but it's like that's
by
the thing.
holding
It's
down
like,
Z and
do
then
ma-
shooting.
should macros
If you
really
watch the
be
footage
the
of his
thing?
macro
You know what
in
I mean?
action, it's absolutely insane how
Let's see
quickly
how
he's able to
bro,
shoot.
he's got
I'll put a
so
link to these
many.
macros in the description if you want to try them out for yourself. This can be done in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, although there are specific scripts for each version. As it stands right now, rapid fire
Like,
as
the
an
fact that
exploit
he's able to do
hasn't
that
been
shit
done
is
on
so
console,
fucking
although it
crazy.
is theoretically possible and possible to be done with a controller.
Like, dude, this is the thing. It's like now that this macro exploit is a thing, it's gonna be crazy because it's like, how is this gonna go into zombies and on console world records as well?
Actually be very difficult to do. So
this
as
is
it
pretty
stands right
huge
now,
news,
it's
honestly.
mostly limited to PC. That's where
Holy
the
shit.
fast ray gun / rapid fire exploit exists at the moment as
Like
far
that is
as
a
development and
speed run
progress.
strategy.
This
right
has
there.
obvious
Run-
implications
round
for
100
world
Call of
record
Duty,
and
yeah,
high
could
round
happen.
runs
It
because
could
will
happen,
allow
though.
you to kill the zombies faster.
Because of that
The
exploit.
reality of high round runs is that it's become less about surviving to the highest possible round and has now
That's
become
so
more
wild.
akin to a speed run.
Dude,
you're racing
it's-
against
it's-
the reset timer to try to get as high a round as
Exactly,
possible before the
exactly.
game resets.
Yeah.
Think maps like Call of the Dead and Nuketown, where you
Look
don't
at
have
this!
a one-hit
This guy
kill
got
wonder
to
weapon
round
like the
100.
Thunder Gun to
And look-
blow
and
away
he's
the
doing it.
zombies. You're forced to use weapons
Holy
like the ray
shit.
gun, and having your ray gun shoot 3.5 times
He's been
faster
playing for
means you'll be able to
116
play
hours in the
much
top left
faster,
corner there.
and in turn reach higher rounds before the game resets.
That's
You can see
fucking
this in Chris Voltage's
crazy.
Nuketown World Record game, where he not only set the world record by an extra 4 rounds, but was one of the first people in the world to ever reach round 100 on Nuketown.
How they're walking
Had an
fucking
innovation
zombies.
like rapid fire not been discovered, round 100 on Nuketown might not have been possible. This has also been
Wow.
done to reach the second place Nuketown co-op world record of 87, which was one shy of the world record 88, and the town co-op world record of 89 was also set using this rapid fire exploit.
What?
Examples
That's
of rapid fire
insane.
can be found all over the leaderboards for Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2
Already?
Zombies, and you can make the argument has opened the door for new world records to be set and broken, which
That's
is
actually
game-changing
so
and
massive,
breathes
yeah.
new life into the world record scene. Another area where rapid fire has been implemented to great success is during first room challenges. Black Ops and Black
Bro,
Ops
I
2
could
first room
imagine.
challenges are absolutely insane.
Look
if you
at
want,
the
watch some of
gameplay
Strett's
here.
moves during his
What
first
the
room
fuck?
challenge on Varrook. The way he's
How is
able
this
to
man
glide around
alive?
these zombies is absolutely insane. These are some of the most skillful world records
fuck?
you'll see in zombies, and rapid fire can be
Bro, this guy's
implemented into
nuts.
these gameplays as well. Within the first room challenges, while you're not
only
limited
got
on
quicker
time
vibe.
like you are, say, in
Wow,
a high
bro.
round run, you are limited in your weapon selection. You basically have to use whatever is on
Yeah, you
the
got a
wall.
fucking Garand
And
and
the
a
value
quicker
of
vibe
rapid fire
machine, dog.
really adds to first room challenges because it speeds up the runs.
What
When
the
you're getting
fuck?
into the
What is
30s,
this
which
man
is
even
possible
doing?
in first room challenges, it's going to take forever to kill the zombies with your M1 Garand, Gewehr, Kark 98, or M14, whatever you're using. But by allowing
this
players
is
to
gonna
use
be
rapid
wild.
fire during first room challenges,
Especially if
players are
something like
simply
this goes
speeding
into
up the
Black
time
Ops
to
5.
kill zombies. And
Yeah.
I would say that this doesn't greatly diminish the skill level to reach the latest world records in first room challenges. And this innovation opens up the door to new world records and also breathes new life into the first room challenges.
Bro, the fact that
and
he
this
can, like,
has been done in a
unload
number
all
of
10
areas
bullets
such
in
as
a
solo
single
first room
second
challenges
is
and
wild.
co-op first room challenges, and
This
makes camping
camo is so
strategies
fucking.
a little bit
How
more
does he have this fucking camo? What the
more
hell?
viable. So as you can see, the rapid fire slash
has his
fast
fucking
ray gun
name on the
exploit opens
gun.
up a whole new array of opportunities
I
for
would
players
love
to
that
reach
shit,
new
dude.
world records. But this has also opened up a can of worms in terms of discussion as to whether or not this should be legal to use in world record runs. There's a number of reasons players should feel it should be banned from the community. The first reason is that at the moment, this is something that only PC players can really take advantage of. While it is theoretically
It's just
possible
Texas
on
switching. It's
console,
crazy as
all
fuck,
world
though, bro.
records set using this exploit have been done on PC. What this means
I've
is that an
literally
entire
never seen
section
that
of
shit.
players
I thought that was
are
impossible
eliminated
for
from
BO1
ever being
though.
able to set
You
new
know what I
world
mean?
records simply because they play on console. Another concern is that many players are using macros to achieve rapid fire. Now, macros have been quite controversial in the speedrunning community.
I know in a
for
lot of
years.
different games,
A recent
macros
example
for
would be
speedrunning are
with Doom
banned.
Eternal, where macros have completely broken speed.
Like, what the fuck
The
is
community
this?
decided to have a vote, and
I
ultimately
saw this on
allowed
Twitter, like,
for the
somebody was
use
able to
of
fucking,
macros
like,
in an effort
jump
to level their
500
playing
million
field.
years
but this
above.
decision was nonetheless controversial. Macros blur the lines of what is and is not
What?
a tool-assisted speedrun.
Hello?
Some feel that tools outside of the base game should not
Shit's
be allowed in
ridiculous.
official speedruns under any circumstance.
I would kind of
This
agree with that,
discussion and
especially
debate is
'cause
something
console
that
players
most
can't
games
fucking
go
use it.
through. Some people would argue that
That's
macros
not a macro,
are
though.
considered tools, and
The fast
when
rapid
macros
fire
are used in
macro
games,
he
it
was
is a
using
tool-assisted
was a
speedrun.
macro.
Another issue is that many first-round players or first-room players are actually using controller, so they aren't quite able to do rapid fire. At least 73% of the community felt it should be banned, so there is a sizable chunk of this community that is against this exploit. Now, while there is a sizable amount of the community against this exploit, this isn't to say that those in favor of rapid fire don't have valid arguments. They do. Here are some of the counter arguments. While many feel that this is something only PC players can do, it is, again, theoretically possible to be done on controller, but needs more exploration. It's also a natural part of the game, and only requires you to simply change some key bindings. There are many examples of alternate key bindings that are legal within runs, so why shouldn't this be legal for players to technically take advantage of a natural in-game bug that has been possible since day one? It's also thought that by suppressing this
guess,
exploit,
like,
you will be holding
I
back
know
the game's
people use
community
glitches and
and
shit,
progress.
so it's like,
This
it's all
exploit
part of
opened
the
up the
same
door for the
bullshit,
first
right?
ever Nuketown Round 100.
And there you go.
If new world records aren't
So
being set and players
and
feel
in my
that
opinion, I
beating
think
records are
that
impossible, then they will stop playing the
allows
game
it
and the
to be
community
worth
will
it,
die.
you know what I mean?
It's for this reason that innovations are essential to keeping
Cool.
the community
Exactly,
and game
John.
alive.
Exactly,
And
my
by
boy Johnny J.
suppressing this exploit, you are, in a sense, suppressing the community's ability to grow. Lastly, the macro is probably the most controversial part of this debate,
Yeah,
and while
I
yes,
would
it is a
agree.
tool
I think
outside
the
of the
bug
game, you
itself
could
is
make the argument that
fine.
macros will level the playing
It's just
field,
crazy,
much like they
like
did in
that.
Doom.
All
I
Call of Duty
pers-
Zombies is shooting zombies, yet the macro itself changes the whole game. It's crazy.
Personally struggled to do rapid fire without a macro when I was testing it myself, and some mouses will be better equipped to do rapid fire than other. This suddenly creates a hardware limitation on world record runs, which
It
is
changes
generally
the
considered to
whole
be a
game.
bad thing
It
in
changes
speedrun
the
and
whole
world
fucking
record
experience
community.
now for
By allowing
speedruns.
macros, this levels the playing field.
That's
in
why I
terms
wanted
of
to make a
hardware,
video about
so
this.
players
That's
with
why
good
this
mice
is
or
so
players with bad mice
important.
will still be able to
Black
set
Ops 1
world
and Black
records.
Ops 2 world records.
That,
are
ladies and gentlemen, is the
forever
fast ray
changed.
guns. What do you think about it? Do you think this is something that's breathing new life
I don't
into
know,
the world
boys.
record
I,
scene,
like,
or do you
it's
feel this
definitely-
is an exploit that will break?
It's an innovation, but I agree. I think it could potentially be bad as well.